Okay, so on this one, Night of the Tarantella, on the very top there we have 6/8 fast tempo. So on this one, for 6/8 time, we have 6/8 notes. We're gonna imagine like we have two triplets here. So one, one, two, one, two, one. So when you're playing these, kind of imagine like you have two triplets going on. One, two, three, bum, 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 bum. This is a very sort of fast. We're sort of imagining like we're sort of whirling here. We have a whirling sort of dance. It says here, a tarantella is a fast dance 6/8 time. Folklore tells of dancing the energetic tarantella to cure at the poisonous bite of a tarantula spider. So this one, we're not going to say tarantula, even though it's maybe they're close relative to the tarantula. We'll say tarantella for this one. Tarantella will be our dance form, I guess, instead of the tarantula form. Okay, so on this one, let's go over our notes first, and then we'll go over kind of some rhythm and timing. On this one, you're going to start A position, A minor position. So when you're playing these, this should be, this is a very energetic piece. There's a lot of energy that's sort of happening here. This is a dance with a high energy. So when you're playing, your staccatos should also be like really short. Imagine like your fingers are doing just a quick little dance here. 1, 2, 3, bum 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 yeah, bum 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 bum. Oops, that's not staccato. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bum. When we're playing the right hand, there's a number of things that are happening in terms of the articulation here. So the first one is short, and then you have a legato effect. So we want to make sure that the A and the E are connected. You should have a nice connection between that A and E. Also, too, when you have that E, you have a staccato there as well. So the A and the E should be connected, but then as soon as you get to the E, you really want to pop off of that key. Imagine, like, again, the right hand is sort of dancing. If you want to do just that as a technical exercise, you can do a short bum ba dum bum ba dum to really sort of get that nice legato coming down other direction. Again, same thing. So you can just take that first few measures, bum ba dum ba dum bum ba dum. As soon as you get that kind of pattern down, you have most of the piece down. Most of that piece follows that sort of same rhythm, that sort of dance, whirling quality, rhythmic quality. Once you get down that down, you can add in your left hand. And you can just stay in that sort of pocket and then imagine like you're put it on repeat and just kind of keep going around and around in that circle just to get really familiar with it. That's going to help us later when we start to increase the tempo and get to a fast Allegro. When we start to play really fast, we really want to make sure that we know our notes, we know where everything is going. We're not going to be hesitant or unsure of where our notes are. We have a strong sense of muscle memory in the hands already. Everything's sort of locked down. And then when we start increasing the tempo, it's going to be a lot easier for us to play through these notes. So if feel free to play that as much as you want to, until you feel like you're, can play it with ease without any struggle. Okay, and then we'll go to the next part. All of these, you have a nice legato effect going all over both of these measures. You actually, it's going to start with that E, so kind of make sure that all those are nice and connected. 1, 2, 3. Okay, also too with our dynamics, you have a nice forte, you have a forte, and then also piano. So with a repeat there, you're going to do loud first. Repeat, nice and soft. Also too, when you're playing fast, it's probably going to be more challenging to play soft than to play loud. Usually when you're playing fast, playing loud is easier. Playing soft or playing, the piano when you're going fast is going to be probably a little bit more challenging. You need more technical control in your fingers to sort of create that. So again, you might need to start slowly kind of building it up, just playing piano. And then once you can play that comfortably, you can kind of put that back into the piece. So repeat, back to piano. Okay, on the next one, this is actually part of the discovery. So if you go to the second page where it says discovery, it says point out these broken chords: A minor, G major, F major, E major. So all of these are right in a row, just right as it says there. This is a minor. Let's practice our hand positions first. A minor, you're gonna go down to G major, F major, and then E major. This is a very common kind of Latin chord progression. So you'll hear that a lot in this type of music. So this one, again, A position, 5, 1, 1, 3. Make sure to hold that for 3 beats on the dotted chord now. Bum, 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 bum. Really feel the beat. Bum, 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 bum. Same thing as exact same notes go down 1 octave. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, on the next one, this is our familiar rhythm. Even though we're going to have 2 different hands here, it's the same sort of effect. Just practicing the left bum, ba-dum. On the transition from 17 to 18, you'll have that same sort of legato and staccato effect, but you're going to be crossing both hands. So you'll have the left transitioning to the right. Again, you can just kind of keep going over that. Okay, same pattern. Now we're going to go to C position. Next one, going to E. Next, we're still in E. Okay, right hand, we're going to go up to A minor again. This should have a nice sort of flow and seamless transition back to the beginning. Okay, and then we take the repeat. Okay, then we're going to transition to the coda. So we're going to jump to measure 25, the very last line on that second page. This one is going to be A minor position. We're going to have a broken chord left hand, nice solid chord on the right hand. 1, 2, 3, bum, 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 moving up. Bum, 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 moving up one more. Left hand comes up over the top, so you're going to hit that high A and then a chord on the last one. So this will be 1, 2, 3, moving up. 1, 2, 3, moving up one more time. They have that treble clef in there, so the left hand is going to be now in treble clef, A minor on that one, and that will be our last chord there. Okay, so let's go over some of the rhythm on this one. When you're first starting, if you're having trouble playing fast, what we're going to do is a specific technique where we start with our metronome at a kind of a slower tempo, and then we're going to slowly and incrementally sort of build it up. So if you're starting at a particular metronome, let's say at 100, you're going to go through just maybe a particular passage like the first 2 lines, and then once you get that down and it's kind of in control, you're going to move up just a little bit to like 101 or 102. And having those little sort of baby steps is going to help us get to a faster and faster tempo. So this is Allegro. Allegro, of course, meaning fast. I'm going to have my metronome here. We're going to be counting these kind of triplets. So per click, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, bum, 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 bum. So let's go ahead and start with 9 first. This is kind of a good place for us to start. We have those nice transitions moving down. We can kind of make a nice sort of rhythmic control with this one. So this one, bum 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 yum bum 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 yum bum bum bum. Now all we're gonna do is come back. Right now we have it at 60. I'm just gonna move it up to 62. We're gonna do exactly the same thing, just a little bit faster. Before you start, remember to kind of internalize the rhythm, sort of feel the beat. Bum 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 bum. We're giving our physical body a sense of kind of what's going to be happening and what needs to be done here. So the more that you can kind of feel it and kind of get a sense of beforehand is always good. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Yum bum bum bum. Yum bum bum bum. Okay, cycle back. Let's go to 64. Keep going. Next one, 66. That's it. As long as you have all of the notes down and you have a good solid control, at least a reasonable amount of control, just keep going. Go to the next one, 68. Starts to get to a point where you're bored or you feel like you're not being challenged, or you know, if you just want to go to the next one, you can of course skip. You don't have to incrementally do it. If you're having trouble or if you're struggling kind of playing fast, this is a specific technique on how to get you a little bit faster. It just slowly gives you baby steps to kind of get to that speed. But if you already know how to play fast, or if you're feeling comfortable at a slower tempo, I'm just going to jump up to 78 now. Again, internalizing the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, bum 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 yum bum 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 yum bum 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 yum bum bum bum. Again, I'm gonna go up to maybe 85. I'm feeling kind of comfortable here. Okay, I'm still feeling good. I'm gonna go ahead and jump up to 95 now. So I'm going up, starting to get a little bit faster, maybe like a medium tempo. Okay, it's still sounding pretty good, so I'm gonna do let's do 105. Yum bum bum bum, yum bum bum bum, yum bum bum bum. Okay, we're still sounding pretty good, so I'm gonna go up to 115. Okay, still moving forward. I'm going to go up to 125. So we're starting to get into the ballpark of that Allegro on the metronome indication that gives us at the very beginning of the piece. It says 120 to 132. So now we're doing good. Anything in this sort of territory would be the appropriate speed for what they're communicating there. So again, bum 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 bum. We should start to get pretty fast now at this point. Yum bum bum yum bum bum. If that starts to get too fast, you start to get a little bit out of control. Of course, you can just bring it back. I'm going to bring it back. This is a little bit too much for me, so I'm going to do 105. Okay, it's kind of slowing down the rhythm again, getting familiar with the beat. Bum 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 bum. As soon as you start to get comfortable with that again, or you can increase slightly just to kind of get your confidence back up, or kind of just get familiar with the notes again. When you start getting really comfortable, you can go, I'm gonna go up to back to 125 here. I'm gonna see what I can do at 135. So as soon as you start to get more comfortable at the higher speeds, you can start to see how fast you can play it. This is a challenge to see how fast you can play. There's a lot of muscles, kind of small muscles in the hands that the more that you work them, it's just kind of like going to the gym or working out or whatever. The more that you practice and move at faster tempos, you're going to have more and more control over your hands. So the more that you practice fast and the more that you practice with the metronome, you're going to be able to get faster and faster, just like almost like running or sprinting. You have to do it, keep doing it and keep doing it until you get faster and faster. Okay, I'm going to try just even faster. I'm going to go 145 now. So this is faster than what the tempo indication is here. I'm just sort of challenging myself, seeing, maybe what's possible here, what we can do with this piece. Okay, and that's about as fast as I want to take it. So once you get that down, you can go back to the beginning. Let's do maybe like a 110-ish. Bum ba dum bum. You're going to use the exact same strategy that we used before. Again, you're going to start slow on this one. Again, 1, 2, 3, bum 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 ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum 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 ba dum. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move up to 115 on this one. Yum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move up to 120 now. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the left hand. make sure you keep a nice steady beat all the way through the piece. So on this one, yum ba dum ba dum ba yum ba dum. So on that DCL coda, just going right back into the beginning. This whole thing is a very fast transitions. Imagine that we have that kind of high energy dance here going on. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the coda on this one. Same thing on this one. It doesn't specifically say any retardando or slowing down, so we're just going to keep that steady rhythm all the way through to the end. A minor. So this one, even though we have a lot of transitions, these kind of big jumps here from octaves to octaves, we still want to make sure that we're right in beat. So you're going to have to probably move pretty quickly or maybe faster than you might be accustomed to. Again, starting slow, incrementally sort of building up until you can get it fast. And that's the end for this one. So for this one, obviously a very energetic, very fast piece. When we're focusing on speed, make sure you start slow, make sure everything is in control, you have a clear understanding of where all the notes are, you feel confident, comfortable, slowly kind of incrementally sort of building it up until you can get it to the Allegro. And then once you get it to that faster tempo, you can start to add a little bit more expression. On this one, maybe even more of a kind of a swing motion, really sort of allowing your body to kind of really move with these notes, and there's a lot of kind of flowing fast energy here. So I think that's about it for Night of the Tarantella.